First of all, tell us who you are.
My name is Mitch Conquer. I've been in marketing for how old am I now? 27, 6 years. 6 years. Man, I started in marketing when AI wasn't even a thing, and like 6 years, which is crazy to think about. I was a correctional officer, man. I was in law enforcement for 3.5 years.
No way.
Yeah, no background in marketing at all. Saw some kid make 100 grand on YouTube, and I'm like, dude, this guy's 20. I can make 100 grand too. So here I am, like on my lunch breaks between handling criminals, and my like Googling, get rich quick, how to start a marketing agency, how to run Facebook ads, and that's how I got into it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
now
yeah.
you made a post that made waves in the CloseBot group about, you posted a video. It was wildly successful. You had people in your inbox ready to throw money at you. And just from talking to you a little bit before the call, you obviously do marketing stuff, you do videos. How can people leverage videos to get more leads? What are you doing? Like, tell us exactly, how do I do that?
You've heard this, man. There's three different types of content you need to create as a business owner. Screw marketing, because I think marketers get a really bad rep. And I think that every business owner needs to be a little bit of a marketer inherently. Most people go to like BOFU content, bottom of funnel content, like why you should like buy my stuff. Here's why I'm so great. They don't even know who you are yet. You have no audience yet. Nobody wants to buy from you because nobody trusts you. They don't know you. They don't like you. You've given them no reason to actually digest your bottom of funnel content. They don't know who you are. There's no reason I listen to you. If I didn't know that you founded CloseBot and you started creating content about like how your AI was so good and like me to buy from you, I'm like, who is this guy? Like, I don't know that he's successful. I have no idea what he does. So what we do is like, I'm a huge advocate of like simplifying it, because I was like the exact opposite. And that's how I started my business. I got like really in depth in marketing and spent 4.5 years, zero content. I just recently started posting content, and everyone's like, who is this guy? Like $1 million on ads. Like he was a CMO of this company. Like I have all these questions all the time in my inbox, and I'm like, man, like if I would have just posted some top of funnel content like consistently for the last 5 years, like I wouldn't have those questions. I would have a huge audience. Iman God just making these videos.
They would trust you.
Yeah. So when they see like they Google me and they're like, how did you get into Forbes? What did you do to do that? How did you get? I'm like, yeah, well, and then you have to like backtrack like 5 years. You're like, well, I started here, and then like, but if I just had created YouTube super simply over the last 5 years, like I wouldn't have had to do that. And like that's mind boggling. That's my core focus now. And I didn't do any of that from the majority of my.
Your core focus now is top of funnel.
My core focus now is full funnel. So understanding the top of funnel is super simple. But if you don't have a system that's like, your system is integral to any success, right? Like if you don't have, you can have the best offer in the world, but if you can't execute on that offer and deliver it, it's useless, because then bad reviews and bad videos and all this kind of stuff, like you suck, and then you have no retention, right? Your lifetime value is really low. So I think that like people try and like separate things, and I was like, man, why would I pay some guy to like teach me the top of funnel, and then like another guy to like create all my middle of funnel, and then like another guy to like help me with the bottom of funnel? It just didn't make sense, because like it's not rocket science. And I'm a huge fan of CloseBot, and you know that we've talked about that a little bit, but like before we segue into that, I think my point is that everybody asks me about AI. You're the AI guy. No, I'm not. It's very sure, right? And then I started thinking to myself, like, I'm not the AI guy. I've done a lot more than AI. But like right now, it's the buzzword, right? It's the AI thing. So everyone's like, how do you do this? And I'm like, man, there are so many guys that know more about AI than I do. I've just been able to leverage it in my business personally and seen success with it, as opposed to being like, hey, everyone should buy my AI course because I saw DeepSeek come out yesterday, and all of a sudden now I'm the guru on DeepSeek. Like, and that's like what we're facing right now. And everybody in your group chat is like, I got like 25 messages, man. How do I do this for my company? I want to resell what you're doing. Can I resell you? You don't even know what I do. You have no idea what I do. You just like, I just had one thing blow up. You're just like, can I just resell you? People are so focused now on like making money quick as opposed to making money for sure. And like, that's the biggest thing.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's why they focus on the bottom of funnel, because they like just want it right now. Hey, buy my thing.
Like AI, I made a video that actually, it didn't go viral. It got a couple thousand views on it a couple days ago. And it was, the core focus of it was, AI is not going to replace you, but it's going to replace tasks. So it might replace you depending on what you do, but it's going to replace, like, I hate calling leads. Today I had a sales call and I closed a guy. I was on with him. It was an 8K package. and another lead come in. It was like new lead because I have my automation through high level, right? New lead, name, number, email, call within 5 minutes, and I did that. But I couldn't call the guy because I was on a sales call. So my dilemma, and I was actually literally, it was perfect too. I was on the call explaining this to the guy that I closed. I was like, hey, by the way, just so you know, like part of what we do is implement AI for you. So take this in. I just got a lead come in, but I couldn't call him because I'm on with you, right? I would lose you as a client. He's like, okay. And there's no fluff. There's nothing. It's like just, I'm giving you my entire system, dude. And I'm giving it to you because I know that you're not ever going to replicate it, which is why I know you're going to pay me $8,000 because you can't do this and go paint houses and do everything else that you do. Right. So like giving away the system, and like, if you look at like Hormozy and all these guys too, most of them give away the entire system knowing that you will never do what they tell you to do, which is why you will always buy their informational courses or programs or whatever, because they're relying on you to fail, because 95% of people will never take action. So they have a huge target market because they perceive you as a huge authority by giving them everything they've given you, and you're not doing it. That's why people buy from you.
That's huge. Yeah. When you're give intense value, and if they succeed with that, awesome. You just help them. But know that 95% of the people won't succeed, and they're making good money anyway. They're just going to be like, well, I'm going to pay this guy. I trust him now. I tried, I failed. Now I realize how hard his job is.
Dude, I have probably 50 mortgage brokers every month reach out to me because I'm a mortgage broker. And yeah, at least probably 75, close to. And I made a video. Hey man, can you implement, I know we're competitors, but can you implement this for me? And I'm like, no. And then I started taking calls. I'm like, you know what? Let me just hear what, because like my brain goes to, I've been a marketer for 6, 7 years, but to them, I'm a mortgage broker, right? And that's who they are. And I know that I kind of play two roles. I wear two hats, right? To them, I'm just a mortgage broker. To, online community, I'm a marketer. So, it's kind of seeing between two worlds. And when I look at my mortgage broker partners and I'm asking, so man, I'll totally build you an AI chatbot, no problem. What are you going to use it for? Well, my lead flow and my clients, and I'm like, dude, you're being super vague. Like, get more, because you need to be specific because it's AI. Well, and then they don't have an answer. So when you say like, how many leads do you generate per month? I don't know, like 8, 9. Like you can't take 8, 9 phone calls per month. They're like, well, why do you have it? I'm like, I generate 1,500 leads every quarter for my team, and then I have sales. And they're like, oh, so people like often think that AI is like a solution to all problems, as opposed to being like, wow, you probably worked really hard and lost a lot of money and invested a lot of money and learned a lot of things. And that's why your system is effective. It's not the AI that, like, CloseBot didn't make me successful. It didn't make my business successful. It simply helped facilitate a piece of the back end infrastructure of my company. It made it way easier. My VA that I paid $1,500, gone. Sorry.
So kind of a pivot. You had so many people outreaching to you, and they want this AI thing. And you realize, and help them realize, they don't have an AI problem. They don't have a problem following up their leads. They have a cancer. They have like a deeper tumor that needs fixed. They're not getting leads. They're not organized. And then you can provide them this full package solution.
Brice, I just had a client for the last year, pay me over $100,000, and I was consulting for them, and their AI and everything, sales, emails. It was like a full consultant, basically their CMO. And he says to me, man, thank God we had you, because we just paid $500,000 to our sales team last year. I'm like, holy shit, that's good. How much do they make you? $0. Stop. Not a single, take in how crazy it is. $500,000 with zero return. I'm like, that is the worst investment I probably could have imagined. Like I wouldn't have used a bigger number if I even was like trying to make that more drastic. Like that is nuts. But they make 20 million a year. So like $500,000. Ugh. But whereas like for us as like mortgage brokers or home service companies or dentists, dude, your job is great. Like you're great at what you do, but like you have a marketing problem. You have an attention problem. Like AI is not the be all and end all. And
right.
Listen, you own CloseBot. I love CloseBot. It's incredible. I love high level. It's incredible. If you don't have leads coming in, man, go door knock. Like I'm a marketer and I'm a digital marketer. Right? Like, so the problem is I believe so heavily in digital marketing, but I also understand that business it's not the same for everybody. And if you don't have an audience, if you don't have any value to provide, like no one wants to work with you. So stop spending money on things like AI or things like tools or things like high level. Yes, it's $90 and $30 and $100, but then now you have $1,000 tech stack with zero ROI, zero leads, zero. So like, go do other things.
Yeah, for sure. People forget that. We have had people in the group that are
your
like,
audio's
cutting
your
out
audio's out
entirely.
I can't hear you.
Gone.
Oh man, I don't know if this is on me. Give me one sec.
I don't. StreamYard. If anyone can hear me out there, it's StreamYard. Am I back?
It might be my AirPods. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, dude. I don't know what it might be. The AirPods. It's probably me.
That's okay.
All right. Anyways.
It's okay. We're good. This is chill. Dude, crazy. Okay, so focus on the top of funnel. Build your brand. Build your identity. Provide value. People come to you. Keep giving them value, and then they will ask to pay you money. Probably. That's what I've found. That's why CloseBot started. People started asking, like, "Can I just pay you?" And I didn't want to because I'm like, I just want to build this thing and I want you to use it. I don't want to build a pretty UI. I want you to be able to plug into the back end, and they want it as simple as possible. They just want you to do it.
People want to do things really quickly, but nobody wants to work for what they actually desire. And like it's a huge problem. It's like the digital epidemic right now. Is that everybody wants to be successful, but nobody wants to do the work to actually like yield the success. And I think the huge thing is like, hey, here's what's not rocket science. You have a business, you need to make money, right? Yeah, okay, great. What do you need to make money? Clients. Okay, great. How do you get clients? Okay, leads. Okay, how do you get leads? Content, outbound, ads. Like that's pretty simple, right? Everybody has the same problem. When you start a business, like you need to generate traffic somehow. Okay, so Hermosi made a video with Lewis Howes that changed my perspective on it. He said, I'm only seeing results now in my business from my content that I created 2 years ago. And then Lewis said, well, how many videos do you create per day? He said 68 videos a day. 68 videos a day, dude. I don't think I've ever created 68 videos in my life. I'm thinking, man, this guy, but obviously he invests a lot of money. So then you think, well, I want to be like Hermosi, but then you're like, well, I have no money. I've made $0. So like, how do you, like, what's the in between, right? How do you start is the question.
Okay. So where are you today? What are you doing? What do you charge? I've heard CMO. Are you fractional CMO services?
I was. Yeah. We've kind of pivoted now. My goal is, so just transparently, and this is actually the first time I've ever said this publicly on a video. I'm building a private equity firm. So I'm building a PE firm based out of home service companies, because I think that my skill set personally, the biggest divide is between me and a home service owner, somebody who's really good with their hands. And dude, if my dishwasher isn't working, like I'm calling somebody to fix it. I'm not hanging drywall, like I'm not doing that stuff. That's just not who I am. I'm a marketer. I'm a mortgage broker. I'm online. So these guys have the problem with like, they need more leads. They need help scaling. They need more clients. They need more content, all of these things that I have done. So what I did is I built a system called the Content Conversion Engine, focused specifically on local home service companies. And as opposed to going to buy these businesses, like a Cody Sanchez says, go buy these home service companies, I'm taking equity in these businesses by building them systems. For example, leveraging CloseBot, not using their wife, right, to take these phone calls. We're implementing systems to generate more traffic and then convert more leads for these companies.
You help them blow up. You own part of the thing that's blowing up.
Correct.
Everyone wins. That's an interesting way to do it.
Yeah.
You really have to believe in what you're implementing for that to work.
That's why we've seen success with it, because I think that I compete with a lot of young people. I'm young myself, I know, but a lot of young people that try and sell leads or try and sell AI. I mean, I get messages every week. Hey, are you using AI? Can I help you? Like I've even got sold CloseBot. Like someone's trying to like install a CloseBot bot in my business. And I'm like, man, tell you what, if you can install a better CloseBot than me, then absolutely. Like if you can train it better than I can using AI, 100%, like I'm in. And usually it's like the most basic prompts. And like, that's what and they're charging like $6 to $8,000 for these like AI builds. And I'm like, man, you just spent $8,000 and now you're never going to leverage that AI bot because you don't have any traffic. Right? Like
it's wild.
So
yeah. And I don't like that either, because people come and they buy CloseBot, and when they churn out, we see the reason, like, shut down my business. And that is That's probably the number one reason why people quit CloseBot is because they go out of business.
Yeah, I would say that there's a lot of people that try it and they really like it, and they get, like me, I was really excited with all these new AI tools like a year ago, and I bought like 1 million of them, and then I closed like all my subscriptions because I was like, man, wait a minute, hold on, I only have one business, and I didn't know where to start. And what I think is like, theoretically, it's really cool to use all this AI. When you realize that it's not an AI problem, and like, if you're not selling AI, if this is not like your shtick, then stop trying to use excess AI tools and spending money on these things, because even if it's $90, like your cost per lead is what, $20? You just spent 5 leads on a tester AI chatbot that you're never going to use because you don't have enough traffic. So go take that money, invest it into an editor, make good content, run ads, like do things that generate you traffic. And this is, again, like super high level really quickly, is 3 steps in one way to scale a business. Create top of funnel content to drive traffic, create middle of funnel content to make sure you're giving them attribution. So why to use you, who you are, your background, all these cases, like things that are giving them, hey, by the way, like this is your problem, here's how I'm going to fix it. And then the bottom of funnel is like, hey, here is all of the value. This is what, like, you already know me, you like me. Now you're going to trust me to build this for you. And like, it's a 3-step approach. It's not rocket science. Create traffic before you offer them something, because if you're offering a cold audience something, would you buy from yourself? Like, would you buy from you if you didn't know who you were?
Right. No.
So it's ego-based selling. So stop selling with your ego, because it doesn't work. Like, no, you think you're the best basketball player of all time, but like you haven't shown anybody a highlight tape. So like no one's going to draft you, right? Like that's kind of like the way that you look at it in business. But yeah.
Yeah, that makes complete sense. What's next for you then? Private equity firm? Are you going to stop doing the agency stuff? Are you still kind of? I see you shaking your head.
Yeah, man. That's my battle every day. I wake up every day and I'm like, So
because you just had a bunch of people message you saying, "Hey, I want to pay you money to do this thing."
So I think logically what makes sense, and again, like as an entrepreneur, you think about 100 things every day in terms of like where your business is going. And I'm sure you do as well. I'm sure with CloseBot, it's like, you take it 100 directions. You got to focus, right? I think focus is like this is the key term that I've had to really understand this year. And I think I have like undiagnosed ADHD, which doesn't help. Which I think most of us do as entrepreneurs. But
yeah.
I think what I'm realizing now is that agency space is great to make a little bit of cash. It is. It's great to learn. But it's a tough playground because you have a lot of competition in the playground. Everybody that's seeing CloseBot is like, oh, I'm going to start a CloseBot agency. Awesome, dude. Go ahead. Good luck. And then you're competing with people that don't have any of the like associated skill sets to make your business successful. Like CloseBot itself, I don't believe, and I love you and the business, CloseBot's not going to make you successful, but it will attribute to the growth and success in your business as a key component. And it's like a bridge. And if you don't have that bridge, then you will fall in the water if you don't have something like that. So with me, I think the goal by 30 is to be out of the agency space, like 3 years, and to be fully in the private equity firm, family, that kind of stuff, and own these companies. And the goal is to get to a 9-figure company by 40, which I know is a long time away, but pretty lofty. I think in the next 3 years is scaling my agency. Yeah, scaling my agency, man, to a point where I can help enough businesses implement content and AI, because I think that most people are consuming content and they're overstimulated and very confused as to what to do. And I think what we have done with these home service companies has simplified the process. It's to like, hey, we come in, we make your content, we run your ads, and we implement AI so you can generate traffic, make more conversions, and make more money. Ultimately, it's not rocket science. So simplify it and then go full into private equity. That's right now, and we are building a lot of CloseBots over the next probably 2 months. I've kind of put it in a way where like I'm not going to be doing it every month. I'm going to actually do like you can opt in and you get like a waiting list. So right now we have a waiting list of about 15. So we're gonna like build up a huge waiting list. Yeah, and then we're gonna kind of go one at a time. Primarily for home service and for mortgage brokers, because I have a full mortgage broker snapshot, all of the OG high level integrations from CloseBot when you guys first kind of came out, and it's been iterated since. And then that's what we're doing.
I would love to get you access to V2 as part of being on here. I will send you a message, give you access to V2, especially knowing that you're creating content. I would love to see some of the content you create around the next generation of AI agents from CloseBot.
I got to be more consistent, man. It's been the biggest thing in, you know, my career, and it's so time consuming. And when you're running a business and you have employees and you get everything, it falls far behind in the priority list, but it can't any longer. And it is now actually, as per my morning discussion with my team, is that I've actually learned to delegate more and give more to my team and trust them more to be able to
say no.
Yeah. Oh, that's the thing. And saying no, it wasn't in my vocabulary. Like I didn't know how to do that because I was like, man, this is cool. Let's try that. And then I had 6 businesses at one time, and like one of them was successful, and the other 5 were like, if I just did a little bit more, I could make. And like everyone else was counting on me. And
you have to go through that journey. You have to explore. You have to dabble. You have to find what works, what you like. But then once you find that thing, you have to get real. The next stage is getting really good at saying no to everything that is not that thing.
Finally got there, and realizing now that I think I didn't believe that I was good enough. I think to create content, despite all of the people that I was consuming content on, like didn't have a business that was maybe a par with mine, or didn't have the success or the background that I did. I still didn't view myself as good enough, but I didn't know that. Like at the time of like thinking this, I didn't really cognitively or consciously think that I wasn't good enough. I just thought that maybe they were better and didn't know how to make video and script, which is why I turned that into my whole business. It's like, hey, that's why you work with me, because I became obsessed with what I was really bad at and became really good at it. And like then I created a business around it, so you can be really good at it too. And that's kind of how the content conversion engine started.
I love it. This has been awesome,
dude.
Super unique insight from you. What we're gonna do? It's live right now, so many people have seen it already. The number doesn't accurately show because it doesn't update from YouTube.
I can't even see any number, so you're good.
But this is going to be recorded, and I'm going to put it in a blog. I'll transcribe it, put it in a blog, kind of summarize what we talked about, all the insights that you brought to us. I'll put the video in there, and I'll send the video to you as well.
Love it. And I'm looking forward to doing more CloseBot content as well, because I think that's a huge part of what people are looking for right now is like, how do I not miss out on leads? And I have a cool case study. I'll send you over my case study stuff too. I even tested it so I'm in Toronto, Canada. So we have a lot of like an Indian population here. And as a mortgage broker, we get a lot of people that speak different languages. I even tested my CloseBot in Punjabi and Hindi, FYI. So it does work in both languages if you didn't know that already. So
weird. I had no idea.
Me either, until I was like, hey, can you test this? So I had my VA actually speak Hindi to my CloseBot, and it responded in Hindi. Hey, I don't speak English. I only speak Hindi. And then it actually responded in Hindi about a halal
doing the
mortgage.
Objectives and
yeah, dude, crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. So
sweet.
Congratulations on that.
Amazing. Okay.
Right,
well, thank you so much. I'll shoot you a message with all that stuff.
Amazing.
Thanks, man.
Cheers.